Howdy y'all and welcome to my channel. My name is Jamie and I record myself and then eat those videos into the void of the internet. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate you being here. If you're a returning customer, you already know, loyalty points. So to recap, last episode was incredibly boring and I hated it. It was complete fluff filler. For the main challenge, had to write song lyrics and perform for Bret. Heather, Magdalena, Sam, and Brandy C won the challenge and all got to go on group dates. On Sam and Brandy C's date, Bret magically realizes that Brandy C might be too young for him. Like, okay. Sam's concerned she can't trust Bret yet. Yeah, no duh, sorry about it. Bret sends Rodeo home in a super emotional elimination because he feels like she's not gonna be able to take the pressure of the house and the competition, and she just really misses her kids. So he kind of get to see a softer side of Bret, but deadass, it lasts like 3 seconds and then they're off toasting and everybody's back to the party. And then of course, Lacey's aggressive tactics are continuing to ramp up. But so today, I'm so excited, you guys. Today, this is my favorite episode, and like, there's really no reason why. I'm just really excited to watch this episode. I think this kind of makes up for the last one. Let's get started. Oh my gosh.
After elimination, the partying is really starting to catch up on me, and I'm not feeling particularly great.
I need to get some sleep. I'll see you later. Good night.
After elimination tonight, I feel relieved. I feel great after it. So I definitely started drinking and partying. Maybe a little too much. It was kind of annoying, actually. I was a huge drunk, sloppy mess.
Here, why don't you take the water? Yeah, why don't you take the water instead of alcohol?
Don't talk to me no more. Night, girls.
Night, girls. Dude, Brandy, I'm so fun. At least she owns it, dude. She was like, I got wrecked.
I'm really hungover. Because I am so hungover, but I heard I had a good time at the party last night.
I just like shoot my head off.
Girls, there's a note. When I walk upstairs and I look at the pool table, I see the note from Bret and piles of sports gear.
I absolutely love football. This is totally my game. This is right up my alley. I'm a tomboy. I love athletics. It's on.
But it's starting to sink in that I need to win one of these challenges and get a date to get Bret's attention. Our team name is the Sweethearts, and my teammates are Jess, Magdalena, and Mia.
We are on the Fallen Angels team with Lacey. We're like the most notorious girls in the house. And Aaron can't see past his big ass boobs. Then we have Sam, who's an emotional wreck. Great.
Jeez, Heather, be a bigger Debbie Downer, you butt.
Yeah. I'm just glad that finally there's a challenge that's athletic driven.
I think maybe the reason, and I'm just figuring this out now, but I think the reason why I like this episode is because it's like the first time the challenge isn't about like turning Bret on. So it's like a enjoyable palate cleanser from the rest of the show.
I'm going to be the quarterback of both teams. Big John here is going to be your referee. Over here, let me introduce you to my good friend Rodney Scott. He's here to whomp your ass. Coach,
I'm going to be tough.
They have some random former college all-American guy come like coach them on playing football. In my mind, what I think happened here is they needed some place to film. They needed a football field, right? So they go to some random high school and they're like, yo, let us use your football field. And like the athletic director or football coach, whoever works there, was like, okay, you got it. On one condition, I'm in the episode. So in my head, that's the scenario that we're going to go with.
Fallen Angels, you're on this side. Let's take our positions.
I'm going for the solo date. I'm determined. I'm going to win. I'm going to fuck some bitches up.
Hey, first annual Bret Mudbowl. Let's rock. Oh, shit. Get her. Call it.
I attempted a tackle, but I kind of ended up giving Magdalena a really big hug.
Dude, Sam is the absolute fucking cutest. I can't take it.
I can be honest, these are not the kind of football players I'm used to playing with. They had this look on their face of what is going on.
They're running the ball.
Running the ball. What does running the ball mean?
Touchdown.
I knew that something sneaky was coming out. Shit.
That touchdown, maybe one of the sexiest moments in football ever. Jess is bringing on her A game right now.
You know what? I want that date, damn it. If I have to, break some girl's wrist or knock out some teeth, I'm going to do it.
Go. Lacey gets the ball. I'm fucking charging that girl, and I'm laying her ass out. Run, Lacey! Run, Lacey, run! Hold the ball! Hold the ball!
Oh.
Fuck!
Yeah, so that looked pretty bad. Again, physically dangerous challenges, but it's all right. Just tackles Lacey in probably one of the best just instant karma situations. Unfortunately, Lacey kind of takes a really bad fall, fucks her ankle up. But again, this is kind of one of those things. I mean, I know it's just a conspiracy and it's not true. And this clearly is an accident. It's one of those things where like another time where Lacey's just kind of getting either injured or DQ'd, and Bret just keeps sticking, like he just keeps her around. You know, all the girls hate her, but she's still there. I think she's either was his mole or was like paid to just be on the show and like kind of stir shit up.
Ow, 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 fuck. Jess comes around and nails her and she's out. Yes. Oh wait, but she's still on my team.
Now that I think about it, Lacey got what she deserved after that stupid circus stunt when she pushed me in the pool. Don't
So because Lacey gets injured, they have to bench a player. And since Brandy M got wasted the night before, she is volunteered to sit on the bench, which I think not only does she appreciate, but I think her teammates appreciate it also. The game is coming down to the final minutes. It's getting really, really intense. And Heather starts to really step up and is like, oh shit, you know, like I gotta win this for my team because I want to win that solo date.
Set, right, go. Right here.
Watch out! Fuck!
Touchdown, Jess. Touchdown, Jess.
My teammates have never touched a football ever. Am I gonna have to carry this fucking team?
Heather hits like a bull. I mean, knock down and dirty tackle football. It's quite a turn on.
Heather's on a mission to kill all of us.
My team's behind. The score is 2-1. This is our last chance. If we don't score now, it's over.
Hey, 42. Hey, hey. Go, baby. Go.
Heather can't keep her clothes on in any event that we do. And before long, there she was crawling around butt naked in the mud. It was a good sight to see.
This is still my favorite episode, but of course there has to be some kind of horny Bret element to it. And I don't know why, because they're completely like opponents, don't like each other. But Heather and Jess really start to stand out to me as front runners and characters that I really like and like get behind. So for me, my top 3 right now is probably in the ranking order is number 1, Jess. Obviously I'm in love with her. 2 would be Brandy, and then 3 would be Heather.
As it starts to boil down the game, it's getting really tense. I mean, this is about the date. This is about the MVP. Jess knows she's their MVP. Heather knows she's the MVP, and they're fighting for a solo date now.
I'm stressing about the score of the game. Right now, it's do or die.
Go.
Come on, Jess.
That is the fucking game, bitch.
That is what's up. She was number 1.
For the winning team over here, the Sweethearts, I have this, the first annual Bret's Mudbowl Championship Trophy. There you go. Come on. And for our MVP of the day, Jess, you are going to have a special day tonight, and tomorrow we all go out and rock.
So the Sweethearts win Bret's Mudbowl. Jess breaks Lacey's ankle. Jess beats out Heather, gets the touchdown, and wins the MVP, meaning that she gets a solo day with Bret. The other girls on the Sweethearts will be going on a group date the next day, and now they're all piling into the limo to go back to the house.
When we get home, everybody is exhausted, passed out. Lacey's ankle, she can't even walk. We're a bunch of broken bitches.
It makes me nervous because I can't count on being able to win these challenges to get to spend one-on-one time with them.
I'm very vindictive when I want to be.
If I can't win these challenges, I may as well spend my time trying to knock these other girls out of here.
I don't know why, but that just made me so nervous when Lacey said that. Like, for someone to describe themselves as vindictive is always a major red flag for me.
I'm getting ready for my date with Bret, and I'm frazzled.
I never get nervous.
This never happens to me. Jess is always cool and calm, not a nervous wreck, and I'm freaking out. For being 23, my walls are pretty high. You know, every guy I've dated has cheated on me.
So I call my boss to check in with him, and he tells me that Justin Timberlake's going to be there.
No.
This is such a sign of the times. Shout out to I'm bringing sexy back, but also like Justin Timberlake sucks.
I'm sitting there by the jacuzzi and I hear Erin's voice, and she was really upset because she spoke with her boss, and Justin Timberlake is supposed to be going into her work tomorrow night, and Erin was supposed to be serving him.
She goes, Justin Timberlake's gonna be at my work tomorrow, and I would have been the one to wait on him. Like, she'd rather be hanging out with Justin Timberlake than with Bret. Like, oh my God. Bitch. Jeez.
I decided to sit down and write Bret a letter, exposing all the rest of the girls. Get the hell out of here and go hang out with Justin Timberlake, you star fucker.
Erin is our new target. And, you know, Heather and I are going to spend as much time as it takes to collect all the dirt on her, and we're going to present that to Bret.
Heather and Lacey decide that they're going to write Bret a note. Again, like, just kind of throwing all the other girls under the bus. And I don't know why they keep trying this tactic, because I feel like every other time they've tried it, it backfires and blows up in their face. That's, you know, that's the move that they go with. And now we're going to see a little bit of this super romantic date with Bret and Jess.
This way.
So as the MVP of the Mudbowl Championship, I get the solo date with Bret Michaels. Little table, 2 chairs, and then back beyond, there's a little stage with a guitar.
Hey, Jen, I'll admit, I pretty much suck at dating, but what I do know how to do is music. This is called All I Ever Needed. It goes like this.
Picks up his guitar when he starts playing the song. I'm actually just like staring at him, kind of mesmerized, because I've never seen him sing before. I'm just taken back by it.
This is really just giving guy that goes to the party and brings an acoustic guitar to woo the ladies energy. I mean, I suppose it's cute. He does a little live performance for Jess. They go on a pretty good date. They seem to talk a lot and really get to know one another. Weirdly, Bret's enticed by the fact that she has boundaries and like kind of has a wall up. Back at the house, Heather and Lacey have written this note exposing all of the girls, telling him about how Erin is, you know, just looking to sleep with him for clout, or she's a star fucker or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they write it all down in this letter, and Bret gets the note and reads it and is now forced to deal with all the drama.
Yo, Heather, where you at?
The next day, I wake up and I get this letter from Heather, and this letter kind of tells me all the dirt on all the girls, and it pissed me off. I started to read your letter, and I am ready to fucking go insane. I think you're here for me, and Erin, first of all, I still think she has a boyfriend.
And I heard that she had a boyfriend and was supposed to get married.
Or a guy she's in love with. Second of all, every time I turn around, she's bitching about some celeb that's coming into her restaurant. Like, I can hear, like, frickin' Justin Timberlake was gonna be in our restaurant eating, and I'm here, and I'm like, wait a minute. You're trapped here?
In a shocking turn of events, again, the second Bret gets a whiff of someone being interested in someone who is not him, completely crumbles, goes off. Like, this whole interaction with Heather, which they kind of seem like it's going to be him being like, why do you throw people under the bus? Turns into Bret having a full freak out over certain girls in the house, like not being attracted to him or feeling incredibly insecure and jealous that they like other people. It's just funny that how insecure he is. It's just like, man,
you know, I can't play this mind game no more. I can't do it. Half these girls, I'm like, first of all, they're like testing me. I'm worked up, right? I'm done.
Good morning, my tough-ass players, Magdalena, Bibi, and Mia. You each made my day with your pigskin playing skills. I hope you're prepared to go in for the kill.
Ooh, are we going gun shooting?
Yeah. Today, Bret's taking me, Brandy.
As an observation, Bret seems to be... I don't like to get political, but Bret seems to be what the Republican Party is right now. Like, he's like, beer, guns, and country music. It's kind of hilarious. So on this date, all the girls go to the shooting range. I have zero interest in watching this part of the episode. Let's get back to the fun and entertaining stuff. Sorry, guys.
Brandy and Magdalena to a shooting range. None of us are gun shy. We're ready to shoot it. Let's go.
Heather and I, we're just spending the day today trying to, you know, talk to Erin and get all the dirt out of her that we can so we can use it against her.
Oh man, dude. Lacey's a really, really good plotter. Back at the house, Heather and Lacey are kind of trying to trick Heather into admitting that she likes guys that are a very different type from Bret.
I've never been able to be attracted to like a straight edge, like preppy jock kind of a guy.
That's what I'm into usually.
Really? She's really, really obviously not here for Bret. This bitch is gonna go home.
What is the going on?
After my sit down with Heather, Erin is really weighing heavy on my mind.
about Aaron is in there on the phone fucking openly talking about what celebrities coming.
He will not let it go, man. He is just so just in shambles over this. Like, my God, dude. It's very obvious that if a girl is not falling over herself or just doing whatever it takes to get his attention, it's not enough. I got distracted by my cat. It's not enough attention for him, and that is weird. You're weird.
That I was about to be a notch on Aaron's bedpost. I'm a notcher. I make the notches, not Aaron.
Okay, I think that was the perfect example of how Bret feels about things. Mia, Brandy M, and Magdalena go to the gun range, they go shooting, and have a delicious little meal afterwards where they have some very delightful conversations.
There's my buffalo.
During lunch, I asked the girls a very simple question. Could I trust Heather? Was her letter accurate?
With Heather coming in and writing me a note and telling me this stuff, I don't know what you girls think about her.
As a female, no, you can't trust her. At her age, in the way her style, lifestyle, not what she does for work, but her lifestyle of always wanting to party.
I'm not sure if I can totally trust Heather. She may be setting these girls up.
And she was trying to bang Vanilla Ice.
Like you can actually see it.
Yeah, you.
Uh-oh. Bret no likey.
Yeah.
Heather was trying to bang him, and this starts to really set me off.
I mean, that was on
She
TV.
hasn't said that to me at all.
One thing I know for certain is Bret Michaels, will not be played.
Yeah, Bret Michaels will not be played because he is one of the producers on the television show, so he has pretty much complete control over what happens. A. B. This guy is in shambles, dude. Bret is in a full tailspin right now.
What she's thinking about is what she misses, and she wants to be back at home. She does. She does. She doesn't want to be here. She doesn't want to be with him. So, and she's here for the wrong reasons. She just got into
Yeah, Lacey so Heather and Lacey get caught talking shit about Aaron and like openly plotting. So she was eavesdropping and basically heard everything that they said. Heather and Lacey have formed this alliance where they're going to kind of team up and continue to take out the girls one by one. This confrontation escalates into everybody knowing about the note because Bret kind of spilled the beans because he's a gossipy little bitch with like the biggest ego and like biggest insecurities as well. Once the girls return from the date, they confront Heather about the note that she wrote to Bret.
I need to find out what Heather wrote in that letter because I don't trust that bitch at all. Heather, come here. We got a question. What was that? What did you say?
I'm not sure if Brandy exactly knows what's in the letter or if she's trying to get me to tell her what's in the letter.
I felt bad that he was sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I also told him that I felt embarrassed that my shirt's been off so much.
It's bullshit. She's talking shit about everybody.
I don't want you guys to think like I wrote a list of each one because that's not what happened.
Well, that's right.
The whole letter was like
It's literally exactly what she did. And it's really interesting to me because Heather always talks this big game and seems like she has this big bark. And the second that she's confronted, just crumbles. And Brandy plays this just so masterfully. This is like police level interrogation. She doesn't allude to what information she knows, and it trips Heather up so hard because she doesn't know what she can divulge or what Brandy already knows. And I know I like Heather, but this is like weirdly satisfying to me.
I'm ready to chime in and have Heather's back. So one of the things I wanted to discuss with Bret was my concerns about Aaron. She's always like constantly talking about, oh God, I could have met this guy, I could have met that guy. And then at the pool today, we were talking about like what our types is.
I've seen this face before, and this is Bret's like, get me out of here. I don't want to fucking deal with this. Like this man right here is 1,000 miles away and in no way listening to anything that you're saying. I apologize for him.
Like, yeah, it's just like, that has never really been my type. I really like football player, preppy, jock types,
Right. Now, the problem I had with Heather, and I told her straight up, I said, you need to be more straight with me, though. I said, because I know some shit about you that the girls have been saying, one of them being, when she was doing Surreal Life for the world to see, and she was trying to bang Vanilla Ice. All of a sudden, my emotions flipped.
Heather and I are in alliance together. But, you know, I'm not going to try to convince Bret that he should trust Heather or that he shouldn't be concerned about her. If Bret trusts me more than he trusts Heather, that's only good news for me.
See, like the very first chance Lacey gets to stab Heather in the back, she jumps on that shit. Goddamn. Yeah, there's no honor amongst dating show contestants.
I think I'm gonna tell Aaron. I decided to tell Aaron how Heather wrote shit about her in the letter, so that Aaron would confront her and hopefully they'd go at it.
Oh, really? Here we go again. Heather's trying to set me up once again.
Confront her then.
Plays her like a fucking violin.
I'm really confused because someone out there said something about Justin Timberlake and
Last night you got off the phone and you were a little upset because you weren't at home and because Justin Timberlake was coming in tonight.
This is so pathetic. She's so desperate and she just didn't know how to defend herself.
I'm having a little bit of trouble agreeing here with you, Heather. There's more of the girls confronting Heather about this letter. Heather continues to deny that she did anything wrong or anything that she did do is just because she loves Bret so much. Before tonight's elimination, all the girls, you know, are knocking on Bret's door, trying to get their last word in, tell, you know, their side of the story. And this is one of the times I actually feel bad for Bret because one by one, they all knock on the door. And it is, if I'm annoyed by it, I can't imagine how he feels. To me, seems like Heather and Lacey are continuously just trying to paint the other girls in a bad light so that they can stay. And
You don't need to be here. You're not into it. It's always about football players and this and that. It's like, it's never about fucking Bret.
Aaron goes after Heather. They had an argument. Man, I'm a fucking genius.
she's so fucking full of shit.
Stupid bitch. Fuck her.
I'm pissed off. There's elimination tonight, so I decide to stop by his room and see if I can talk to him.
So we get to elimination and all of the girls are just super jazzed up, wound up from all of the goings on earlier. Heather writing this note, everybody freaking the fuck out at Heather, Aaron kind of getting at her in the phone booth. And now we're going to see who the final girls of the episode are.
I want them all to go home tonight, but the first one would definitely be Aaron.
One day, Heather is going to be 60 years old, living in a trailer park with 5 children and a 300-pound man.
If I wanted my competitor to go home, I'd say Heather.
So far, I definitely feel like the puppet master here in the house. Dallas was out the door, Aaron's gone next, and you know what? I'm gonna have to concoct my new plan for the next victim.
Good evening, everybody. Well, today has been a hell of a day. We've got 8 girls left. We got 7 passes. And if you don't mind tonight, I'm in one of those moods to just get down to it, okay? Jess, would you come down here? Mia, would you come down here, please? Brandy M, come on down here, please. This girl tonight came in. She came to my door, knocked on the door, hung out with me, and I got to learn a lot about her and her crazy eyes. Lacey, would you please come down here? Will you stay here in this house, not kill me in my sleep, and rock my world?
I would love to.
Thank you.
The other girls really need.
What do you do with that as a woman? If a guy straight up tells you to your face, like, can you please not kill me in my sleep? All right.
Magdalena, Sam.
So it's down to Aaron and I am freaking out.
I'm going to address this subject with everybody. I do deal with certain mistrust issues. I don't want to judge anybody on what has been said to me. There is one issue I need to address, and this is with Heather in front of everybody. I think that at times you really do have my back, but there's also things which make it extremely tough for me to also take everything you're saying to me completely into my soul. For now, I got to go with my gut. Heather, would you come down here?
You know, I think that's totally fair. I think Bret has a stronger connection to Heather. I think they're a better match. Honestly, Aaron is probably doing great. She's going to be just fine.
I got to go with my gut. If you're lying to me, Heather, I'm going to find out. Count on it.
If Bret really wants people that are going to talk shit and 60-year-old strippers, then really I'm over it. And you know what? I have plenty of men waiting for me back in Chicago. And really, I have had bigger and better stars than Bret Michaels.
Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Let's rock this out.
That is the end of today's episode. It was seriously, the Mudbowl is one of my favorite things, and I'll never know why. We get to see more of Heather and Lacey's true side. Lacey is just, she cannot be trusted. That girl, woof. It's revealed that Heather was trying to hook up with Vanilla Ice on some show. Jess had a really good date with Bret. Erin gets her final send-off. It's not really eventful. that was today's episode. We had mud bowls, we had scary taxidermy animals, we had Justin Timberlake, but we're getting down to some of the final girls. But we will be wrapping up this season, and I have a request for my next show, which I don't want to announce it yet, but I thought it was really, really good. So I will maybe be making an announcement about that as soon as I find a copy of it to watch. So all that being said, thanks again for being here, guys, and I will see you around. Later.